Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Hank Leber. I'm the CEO of GonnaBe. This is my co-founder, Heather. Let me ask you guys a question. Who here likes birthdays? Birthdays, birthday party? Yeah, I love a good birthday party. I go to them all the time. You know what? A couple of months ago, some friends of mine invited me to a birthday party, 9 p.m., shot me an email. This is what my email wound up looking like. This is the conversation of everybody opting into that birthday party. Anybody like going out for drinks after work on the weekend with your friends, Friday, Saturday? Yeah, I do that all the time. A couple of months ago, I decided to ask some of my friends if they wanted to go out for drinks later. I sent a text to 9 of them, and then my text turned out to be a 4-foot-long conversation. My phone got this big. It was quite annoying. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I have a lot of stuff to share on my calendar, a lot of events, some work stuff, some play stuff, but it's always difficult to make plans with my friends based on the things I'm going to do. It's not difficult anymore. I'm happy to announce today the launch of GonnaBe, the platform for what's going to happen. Now we can share plans, keep track of our friends' plans, and manage our social lives all with a simple few taps. Let's take a look. Let's go back to the home screen real quick. I'm going to tap on GonnaBe, open it up. This is Sarah Edwards. She lives in San Francisco, works in advertising. She wants to make some plans for this weekend with her friends. She connects with Facebook. It asks for a few simple permissions. Sounds good. And there's what the feed looks like, following some of her friends and what's going on. But she wants to make a plan to share with her friends, so she clicks on Add a Plan. And here we have 4 simple categories, very simple interface: drinks, coffee, food, or miscellaneous. Miscellaneous being concert or beach day or something like that. But she knows she wants to have drinks out of Tres Agaves, have some tequila, blow off some steam. She chooses drinks. She will pull up the city API, type in San Francisco, and she's going to start typing in Tres Agaves. It will pull up the Foursquare API of locations, and notice there's a sponsored result up there based on the targeting that we know about Sarah and what she wants to do. But she wants to go to Tres Agaves, so she chooses Tres Agaves. She knows it'll be tomorrow night, and it'll be 10 p.m. So now it's important to note, if all she knew was drinks, San Francisco, tomorrow, submit, or drinks in the Haight or the Mission, she could just put that in and let her friends know that she's going to be out. It doesn't need to be all specific. So anyway, she submits this, and there's her little plan that got made. If I wasn't walking through it with you guys right now, that would have taken about 10 seconds. She adds a note that says, blowing off some steam, and then she doesn't want to share it with everybody. You see there's a public switch there. She wants to just share it with the people that she's following, or the people that are following her, excuse me. Now she can one-touch share out to Facebook to her followers. I'm going to be and Soma at Tres Agaves tonight. That looks good. She will also share to Twitter. That looks good. And then she can post it. And that's what her plan looks like, just posted there. Simple. Now let's zoom away to Cassie. Cassie is a friend of Sarah's. She works in a whole different industry. They don't get to see each other very often, but it's late in the day. Cassie's just trying to figure out what she might do this weekend. Going to be a little bit spontaneous. So she pulls up GonnaBe to see what's going on, and she sees that Sarah is doing something at Tres Agaves. She's like, you know what, I haven't seen Sarah in a long time. Maybe I'll check that out, but I don't really know too much about Tres Agaves, so she clicks on the link there, and it shows a map of Tres Agaves and can give her directions on the place there. So she goes, oh, well, that's in Soma. I could do that. I think I'll opt in and do that plan. So that's great. Now zoom far away to Leroy Jenkins. Leroy is also a friend of Sarah's. He works at home, and he doesn't have a smartphone. He actually plays World of Warcraft all the time. But he is a friend of Sarah's on Facebook, and he sees this pop up on the afternoon, and he says, oh, wow, you know what? I haven't seen Sarah in forever. She's going to be right around my neighborhood. Maybe I'll click on that shortened link and see, yeah, that plan looks good. I can opt into the plan right there, even though I don't have a smartphone. So now Leroy Jenkins is in. Meanwhile, while these two things have happened, Sarah has gotten a push notification from Leroy and Cassie saying that they're going to be into her event, and the plans got made. Nobody had to send a group text. Nobody got to send a group email or anything, and that is going to be in a nutshell. There are a lot more features that we'd love to discuss with you guys, but these are the basic overview. And GonnaBe is launching today, available in the Apple Store. iOS only right now, Android coming soon. We will be at South by Southwest right after this, so download the app, come find us in South by, because we'd love to know where you're going to be. We are raising an angel round of $500,000, and we'd love to take any questions that you have.
Great.
Thank you.
Well done. Okay.
I had a question about how you handle kind of the private channels. So you have the public stream. I got that. That's easy to do. But the private channels, most of our social graphs are pretty polluted at this point in time. Hence, I think we're seeing tremendous growth in Path because of it's a chance to redo, right, your social graph. So how do you plan to handle that? Because actually, you've given me 2 options, either the public or my Facebook social graph, and quite frankly, that's so polluted at this point in time, I might as well just do the public invite.
That's a good question, Tony. More specifically on that, the public shares to your Facebook and Twitter. Private only shares to the people that are following you on GonnaBe, similar to Instagram where you have followers but you can share out to your entire network. The next V2 in about a month will be private invites and also grouping similar to Google Circles because privacy is very important. Most people that we're testing on say, I don't want to share with 1,000 people my plans. So we're going to go more and more specific as we grow.
So the followers then are all secure. So like my account's secured, like in the beginning of what I did with Twitter?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, I mean, so everybody who's following me on GonnaBe will get that broadcast message out?
Yes, that's right. That's right.
If I mark it private?
Mm-hmm. Just to your followers.
But how do I control who follows me?
Well, if somebody asks to follow you, you can say yes or no. So the crazy girlfriend,
like
you don't
So
want
it's
to...
essentially,
Instagram.
so it's
Yeah, a
essentially,
lot like Instagram.
it's essentially like Twitter was in the beginning.
Like Twitter was in the beginning, unidirectional, because we don't want it to be omni, because there are some people that I want to follow that don't want to be following me.
Okay. And my other question is, you know, Plancast tried this, and it did a nice job of getting a lot of high visible people involved early, but it didn't really scale after that.
Mm-hmm.
What lessons are you taking from that, and how
So-
are you applying it here? And I know you're mobile versus web, but you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of points there. The Plancast postmortem was really helpful and encouraging to us to see how the positioning of Plancast early on went into a techie and sort of convention-based space. We've stayed in touch with Mark Hendrickson and with Jay, the founders of Plancast, to talk with them about their learnings, because now that we're in the mobile space, it's a different world. 2-3 years ago, checking in wasn't even that big of a behavior, so we're watching that, and we want to make sure that we're staying in a casual space and make something that's so seamless. It doesn't feel like plans or plan casting. It's just sharing what you're doing.
Yeah, I think the learning there would be I'd be really clear that you're trying to drive behavior around a limited time frame. Mm-hmm. Because I think Plancast allows you to tell people you're going to be at South by 2 months ago, and I think the more limited this is, the more you're going to drive my behavior to check it, understand what the heck's going on, 24, 36 hours.
This is very much more positioned toward tonight, tomorrow, this weekend, maybe next week I'm going to be out of town, but not too far beyond that because it's just about sharing your plans and all of that.
Probably early to ask this, but what's your revenue model?
Revenue model. As you saw on the screen, it was sponsored results in the search and also sponsored results in your feed. So it's going to be a lot of levels of targeting for businesses to help give relevant results to users. Deals, offers, things like that.
Awesome. Any more questions?
Looks
Great.
cool.
Let's hear it for GonnaBe.
Thank you. Very cool. All right. Thank you, guys.
Very good. Okay. Next up is Captricity.